What's up guys, it's Pixel here, and today we have to talk about the major news dropped from EHG. Last Epoch is coming to PlayStation 5 and with it a whole new expansion called Oribus. Now this news really took me by surprise. I expected Season 3 would go along and in December Season 4 news would start to surface, but this just goes to show that Last Epoch has been really cooking once again. And I don't know if this has made Season 3 a bit smaller content-wise than it normally would have been, as they might have pushed more content into this new expansion. EHG says it's our most ambitious plans to date, both in story and content, and there are so many questions here. First of all, let's address the huge news here that Last Epoch is finally making its way to console, and PlayStation 5 for the time being. That's huge, and the game will reach so many new players this way. That should definitely increase the player base and community and hopefully give more revenue streams for the company to be able to address bugs and new features faster. But there is no information about whether the console release will include cross-platform play. Will PlayStation and PC players be able to play together? Will you be able to synchronize characters and progressions between both platforms? So many unanswered questions. And what will the new content be? There has been talk about a new Uber boss coming, and based on the title of the expansion, it's highly likely that this will be Oribus himself. Now I think EHG confirmed in the dev stream that Oribus would not be a boss in the campaign, but they never confirmed that he will never be a boss ever. So I'm thinking they're definitely introducing an Oribus fight in this one. And during a recent dev stream, EHG also confirmed that skill sigils will not be included in Season 4, which was a huge downer for many, myself included. But they never said it wasn't coming in this expansion. So I definitely have a slight hope here that they might even have skill sigils ready for this expansion. So just to briefly explain what skill sigils are, it has been on the roadmap for Last Epoch for at least a year and a half now, and it was actually pitched for Season 4 originally. So who knows if they have something up their sleeves here. I think that would be exactly what the game needs, in addition to obviously fixing game optimizations and bugs first of all. So how has this been received by the community? Well, many are really hung up on the term expansion here. So up until now, EHG has used the term cycles or seasons for content patches, which have all been free to play as long as you've owned the original copy of the game. And expansion, on the other hand, is typically associated with paying money. That's how the gaming industry usually have been using that term. So I think it does imply that there will be some kind of fee involved to play this expansion, and here are my thoughts on this. If it's a free expansion, then fine. Nothing has really changed in terms of their business model. All new content patches are free, period. However, if it's a paid expansion, this shifts the direction of the game. I think many people will be upset about this, because EHG has communicated before that there will not be any paid expansions for the game. But times do change, and with Krafton's acquisition of EHG, they can obviously not be held accountable for what EHG has expressed before. In my personal opinion, I obviously hope for a free expansion as a consumer, but if it ends up costing money, I have no issue with paying for new content once in a while. I mean, the game has got to earn money, and I'll gladly support that if it makes it into a better game. The only thing I'm definitely not fine with is if pay-to-win mechanics are introduced. If they've got to get their money from somewhere, I would rather have them going in the direction of paid expansions, or even paid stash tabs and stuff like that, like in Path of Exile. Now, what do you think about this groundbreaking news? Drop a comment below, and if you want more videos like this, hit the subscribe button to let me know. Want more content right now? Why not click on my Last Epoch build guides showing on the screen?